This NFL Props Week 12 edition of the Sports Gambling Podcast is brought to you by Underdog. Underdog's hooking up new customers. Play just $5 and get $100 in bonus funds when you sign up with the code SGPN.
Hi, this is Merrill Hodge, and you're listening to SGPN. Let it ride, baby.
Everyone to the Sports Gambling Podcast. I'm Sean, stacking the money green with my partner in picks, Ryan, Real Money Kramer. What's happening, Kramer?
Dog. Not sure anyone's grinding harder right now.
Wow. Then you
holiday season, us.
Oh, okay.
Plural. Teamwork makes the dream work.
SGPN. Yes.
Just in general, holiday season. Feel like not even thinking about the holidays. We're grinding so hard.
Locked in. We got. We just did our college basketball show. We got our NFL pick show, college football, and of course here talking NFL props week 12. The laddie daddy himself from the Bottom Line Bob's podcast, CJ Sullivan. What's happening, CJ?
Nothing. How we doing? I'm still grinding myself. Very.
Yeah.
We're looking for the latest numbers for me.
Part of the team, and I will say I can attest to the fact that CJ was not happy with the availability of numbers. It's that time of year. You know who's not grinding hard?
Yeah,
the books.
Those bitches behind the counter.
Well, it's annoying because if one guy's out of a receiving core, if what, then they just play it safe. They don't hang anything for that game. Come on. You're supposed to be a sports book. You're supposed to know everything. You're supposed to be the ones rigging it in your favor. Come on.
Why wouldn't you just I'd assume that most of them are just subscribing to these data services like Establish the Run, where you can just buy projections. You buy enough projections, you blend it out, you get a number.
Yeah.
You open that number regardless of news because the models are constantly updating. And
Kramer, real quick, CJ's mic's not on.
Really?
Didn't
test it. I'm going to go with Kramer on this one, and it's the listeners' fault. I believe their speakers aren't working, if you ask me.
That could have been true, maybe not true.
Stay tuned. See, joining us on
the podcast audio listeners will have no idea what just happened.
Right. But that's why you gotta subscribe live so you can catch the audio mishaps live on air. YouTube.com/sportsgamblingpodcast.
Fire another production team.
Sorry to interrupt you, Ryan. What were you saying?
What was I saying?
Who knows? Or maybe, who knows if what the saying was coming through or not? I believe it was. I'm finally on this side of with Kramer saying.
We were just applauding ourselves for working so hard and how the books are scared to hang numbers.
Yep. And then we're.
Oh yeah. So you have this model. It's constantly updating. Why? So you have some humans there, the risk managers that can adjust the levels. Why wouldn't you just take minimum bets? $25 bets on anybody. You want to talk about a way to figure out information,
right? Get them exactly right.
You're not gonna get burned on $25 bets.
I know.
So why not keep them open? Make the limits extremely low. Do you think people would complain more if they did that?
People always complain, so I don't know what would be more.
But wouldn't you rather have an idea of where the market is? It would be like the stock exchange just taking the price away. No. You don't get to see the price. Like we even get to see what the price is after hours.
Yeah.
It's not actually the price yet because the market's not back open. But can we at least see that? Like take the number down, but show us where it's at. No $0 limit.
Yeah, you don't take the entire market off because Booty's got a soft flesh wound on Wednesday injury or whatever.
Soft flesh booty.
Yeah, soft flesh booty on Wednesday.
No one's a banged up sore booty.
That's true, but that doesn't mean we got to take away all of our T. Higgins of the world.
Yeah, come on, that's insane. And maybe they were waiting again. T. Higgins was another one where Jamar Chase fine, but is Mike Gesicki really going to impact the T. Higgins number that much? Come on, that's what's annoying because
are we still playing like Gesicki's not coming back?
What's the latest you've heard? I thought he was coming back, but again, it's the teams get super confusing when when they open the guy's practice window, because they have this 21-day window that they can do anything. So it is tough to predict, but I kind of thought he would play this week. That would be my overall take.
100% playing.
Okay.
And big volume, I think.
Gisecki?
Yeah.
No, my model has.
Ooh,
my model has some different.
I'm just saying, if I had to guess.
Right.
If I had to guess.
You think so? You do, but have
think,
you heard? Have you seen the practice report for today for the Bengals?
Let's see, I mean, I would expect he was out there.
I think he's opened up just to practice with Burrow, just to run routes with Burrow. Neither one of you are going to see the game field, but give Joe someone to catch the ball to.
Now this is crazy. Joe Burrow back-to-back full practices. He has to be playing on Sunday, right?
Yeah,
CJ,
I mean,
where are you at with this Joe Burrow and the Pats? The line is down to 6.5.
I know, crazy. That's down to 6.5 there.
Full practice. Now the fan fiction in Bengals land seems to be that there is speculation amongst the beat reporters that they'll return together. They're both full practice.
You're gonna hold hands coming back from the IR.
All right.
Again, they don't think about offensive line as important. They think about pass catchers. So maybe this is with no Chase, they need to have good. I don't get it. I would say, at this point, I would bet on Gesicki being back this weekend.
And Joe Burrow then, right?
I think Burrow, I would put at a lower percentage.
Okay.
Just because he's the franchise quarterback. You're 3-7. What are you doing? But yeah,
you're gonna go on a run. That's what you're gonna do with old Joey B, Joe Cool.
So yeah, I would say both of them greater than 50% chance for me, but I think Gesicki's like close to 100%.
CJ, you think Burrow plays?
This week I think they probably will not push it, but the line is kind of inching that way. It's getting scared.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll the dice and say he plays. And I see the counter, because you could certainly say, hey, let's hold him out for Ravens. Yeah. Winning the AFC North is our best shot to get into the playoffs. But I think, look at the matchup. This Pats team, they've won 8 in a row, and you're able to throw on this team.
Yeah.
And getting the 7th wild card spot is not crazy.
Him coming back getting re-injured, and then Jamar Chase missing the one game that he plays.
That would be wild. So I think they haven't even opened a touchdown market on Gesicki yet, those cowards. Yeah, I think the reason why people are connecting the dots on Burrow returning this week is because of what Zach Taylor said. Yeah. Zach Taylor said that he wasn't going to return until he had a full week of practice.
Right.
Last week he did not have any full practices. And Zach Taylor also qualified that as full practices with the team, not throwing on the side, aka limited. So when he opened on Wednesday with the team doing the 11-on-11 drills with Joe Flacco, by the way, on the sideline with a DNP, it made it very easy for people to start connecting the dots, because it's not just that, and excuse me, Flacco was technically limited, but the report from the beat reporters was Flacco did nothing on the sideline. And so he was limited again today, Thursday. And so you put those two things together. How is it? I think we end up getting and what did I say? The number would be 3.5. And I liked it at 7.5 because it felt trappy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you still, I'm
all over the place, but I still think the Pats get it done, because I think the reality is that they lost their alpha receiver, and Joe Burrow might not be all the way ready to go coming back this quickly.
To me, it's if you're Joe Burrow, you're not on the injury report, you're a full practice all week, you're playing on Sunday. That's how I see it.
Yeah, I'm with you there. I just,
100% a go, is Liam Cohen.
100% a go. No thought about it. 100% a go. All right. Speaking of 100% a go, let's talk some props. We got our 5 props up top. Then we got our ladder. Then we got our D-Gen play. And we will, after giving out the 5 props, remind everyone what the 5 props are. We got a note. Our buddy Big Cat, the listener, Las Vegas insider. He goes, I noticed you guys repeated your props after you gave them all out. He goes, I really like that.
He's good at feedback.
Yeah, appreciate the feedback. Appreciate him tuning in.
He's very good at feedback, like in a very
very constructive,
almost too respectful of a way. I'd almost like him to be a little bit more disrespectful next time he hangs out.
Disrespectful feedback. Feel free to give that to Ryan. Kramer, what do you got for your first prop?
Well, he's on the thumbnail, and this was the first time in a while where I said, "Nice move, Jake." Where it feels like it's been a little while since we've taken a receiver versus the Cowboys. Maybe not. Maybe it's just a product of who they played last week and then being on prime time, et cetera, et cetera. But Devonta Smith,
Oh yeah,
wide receiver 1 in Philly. Now that AJ Brown is
Sad.
being a good boy, I guess. Now that he can't emote via social media, I don't think it's going to be the same on the field for him. Devonta Smith. Meanwhile, the kind of stuff that the Cowboys have not been good at, assuming the offensive line can
covering
hold
receivers.
up. Well, specifically some of the stuff that Devonta does very well, which is getting open in that like intermediate to deep portion of the field. 58.5 feels silly. I thought about longest reception here, but how does he? To me, he's a 100-yard guy. I also think he might be an interesting lead the weekend in yards.
Yeah,
guy.
stay tuned. Stay tuned.
Okay.
CJ, what do you got for us? But yeah, I love Devonta's
Yes,
matchup.
I love it. He's smashing
Career year.
franchise records. Mike Quick 6 records.
And respectful, classy guy, not a shitty locker room.
Seems
guy.
like a shot.
Yeah, it is. I mean,
It's a compliment. I'm saying he's a great locker room guy, unlike other people in the same locker room.
who's that?
In that locker room?
In that locker.
No, the locker room chemistry's great. That's why they won a Super Bowl. That's why they're 8-2, number 1 in the NFC right now. So if it's toxic, I'll take a toxic number 1 in the NFC.
I like this angle.
Give me all that sludge and
angle.
toxicity.
I'm not suggesting toxicity. I'm
That's
just
a
saying
System of a Down album.
Yes,
isn't it?
might be a bad apple.
Well, the bunch is not spoiled. CJ, what do you got?
Yet.
Did we do this all last year? I have the book behind me.
AJ Brown recently said everyone was dancing. He was not because he doesn't know how to dance. But
That seems like the worst lie he's told in a while.
That seems like a lie. There's no way I can believe he cannot.
Yeah,
dance.
come on.
Anyway, I'll go to that Bengals game. I don't believe Burrow's playing this week. They said he wasn't.
Okay.
But I don't care if he does or not. I mean, I prefer Flacco playing, even though he is banged up. I'm not afraid of fading Burrow in his first game back, which I hope will be versus the Ravens. For survivor purposes, just saying.
Yes.
Oh, I see what's going on.
Anyway,
fan fiction over
but of course, Jamar Chase did spit on Jalen Ramsey, which is the worst thing you could do to mankind. You could smash him with a baseball bat. Maybe you'll get a 15-yard penalty. But if you spit on someone,
I mean, Ray Rice, what was his initial suspension?
a game.
3 games.
Well, yeah, we have all
He
the
didn't
evidence.
spit on her.
No. Just right. Well, anyway, point is, it is funny, and of course, Mike Tomlin with the quote of the week.
Yeah.
When he said, "What's your advice?" I said, "Do what comes naturally." It's a blessing. I think it's really uniting that team, the Steelers. That's a completely different
Do what
subject.
comes naturally.
I mean, there's not too many free just wilding out cards. You know what I mean? Like, what did you smash him with your helmet? What he spit on me, coach? Oh, sorry. Here, well, here's another helmet. Go ahead and smash him with that one as well. What if that comes naturally?
Yeah,
you
this
just do
was
it.
the
free will.
well, this was the whole wait, who?
Yeah,
Mason
Miles Garrett
Rudolph.
with Mason
Mason
Rudolph.
Rudolph,
Yeah.
Miles Garrett.
Right.
And
Well, he did the
Miles
other.
Garrett did what came naturally.
Yeah, he did what came naturally, and then they asked why. So he had to come up with a reason too. So he said that he said a racial slur towards me,
Yeah.
even though it was debunked by everyone on the field. He's like, well, I had to try something to justify my actions, and we're like, it's all right. We like you. We don't like Mason Rudolph. We'll let that go. And Chase, the same thing. He spit on it. He denied it. Then they showed videos. Guy, you got video? All right. Well, I guess so. I guess I did spit. What can I say?
His defense in the appeal was hilarious. He goes, if I was trying to spit on him, I would have spit in his face, not towards the ground or his jersey or whatever he said.
That's a good point. Because Jalen Carter, when he spit on Dak, it was on the jersey.
Yeah.
He
nailed him.
Yeah, he even knew the face. I mean, that could be a 6-game suspension. That's a completely different kind of fight. I mean, you can get challenged to a duel by doing that. But he went for the jersey, the chest, a little classier, if you will. Point is, who is going to replace Jamar Chase? Of course, you have T. Higgins, and you guys are arguing over the tight end. But Andrei Iosivas, for crying out loud.
Yoshi.
I mean, he is just. I believe that he's going to be like the Michael Wilson of last week, if you will, kind of
I was
situation.
going to say ladder opportunities.
Yeah.
Right?
There is definitely ladder opportunities
What's
there.
his base number, CJ?
His base number is 38.5.
Love it. Yeah.
He had 5 for 66 and a touchdown just a few weeks ago with Flacco with Chase out there. Flacco's led the league in passing the last 4 weeks combined. The game script, they're going to have to be throwing the ball all day. I think he's going to get the benefactor of all the targets that, I mean, he's not going to get Jamar Chase 25 targets the way Flacco would do it, but I mean, the numbers are there. So 38 and a half yards, we'll go over that. Definitely lateral material.
Yeah, no, I like that. I think the more I think about it, it could be some high scoring game, especially if you get Burrow in there and he looks halfway decent. I think there are ways to attack this Pats secondary, but I'm going to go to the Pats side and against the Bengals, who are obviously the only problem playing guys against the Bengals is who are they going to be bad against?
Everyone.
Well, yeah. So it's kind of a all you can eat buffet.
Right.
I'm going to go back to the tight end position. For some reason, they didn't give up a touchdown to a tight end. Ryan, we mentioned our underdog entry on the pick show, Hunter Henry, to get a half receiving rushing touchdown. I'm going to take Hunter Henry over 40.5 receiving yards. Again, the Bengals are horrible to the tight end, lead the league in most receiving yards allowed to the tight end. Drake May clearly has a connection with Hunter Henry. So 40.5, a little, I guess, somewhat highish for Hunter Henry, but he's a huge part of the game plan. Coming off 6 target game. He's had 16 targets in the last 3 games. He had a very inefficient game against Tampa, but you look at the other games, 6 targets, 45 yards, 6 targets, 51 yards. I think he gets over, he gets in the 40s pretty easily here. So give me Hunter Henry. Kramer, what are you doing here?
Jamir Gibbs over 18.5 yards longest rush.
Oh yeah.
It happens once a game. Normally I would be playing the quarterback for this same situation, but one of the safeties and or linebackers will take a disastrous angle and it will hopefully not turn into a touchdown, but it will turn into a long rush. Jamir Gibbs has actually only gone over this in 4 of his games, but the Giants have allowed this in all but 2 of their games. So
yeah, and Lions coming off a loss. They're at home. Feels like a get right game for the offense. I'm going to take the receiver in that game for the Lions, Jameson Williams, over 58.5 receiving yards. I mean, basically Dan Campbell fired the play caller because he wasn't giving the ball to Jameson Williams, and even in the game against the Eagles, where the Eagles defense was obviously playing very well, he still got 4 for 88. The game before against Washington, 6 for 119. And maybe you want to take longest catch. His longest catch is at 25.5. He's cruised over that the last 3 games. I think that's a good play as well, but I'll go total receiving yards just because it's clear they've tried to get him the volume, 7 targets in back-to-back games. They're designing stuff for him. I think it's a tough matchup for the Giants defense. So a lot of reasons to like Jameson Williams over 58.5 receiving yards. CJ,
my only, if you're asking my opinion on that one, my only pushback would be is that his routes take longer to develop. And if there's one thing the Giants could accidentally get right is pressure on Jared Goff, making it so we get one of those games where he has a whole bunch of inaccurate throws to JMO like we've seen before.
And Abdul Carter is scheduled to be awake for the game.
I'm told, yes.
See, that one was for CJ.
He was getting sleep treatment. I know there was a lot of comparisons. I enjoy that story just because
it was an infrared table. It was on the other side of campus.
Just because there was a joke that like, oh, maybe they should have given him 56. LT's
yeah, someone had that.
When he asked for LT
but then
number.
it brings up all the actual real LT stories, which are just amazing.
Which it's insulting to compare Abdul Carter dozing off at a meeting to what LT used to do.
It's also coming out that maybe like this is one of the guys that was getting special table treatment. And so, perhaps him missing a walkthrough because the schedules were changed by Kafka maybe is speaking more to a larger issue, but trying to take care of it in a quiet
They don't
way.
have a bulletin board in that locker room there. They can't say attention. Meetings have changed to room 403 now.
It sounds like, I mean, it is ridiculous to be in the building and miss a walkthrough.
That's pretty insane.
But it does sound like he maybe isn't always paying the closest attention in meetings.
Well, there's not a lot of media savvy people in New York City, so they obviously can't hire somebody to help them get through there.
That's a good point.
I love the longest rush, but I was going to piggyback off that. Of course, I couldn't find some numbers.
That's a real sharp move.
I still have one. I audibled. I wanted to do first. I like to please you guys as well. I love that tugboat tootin'. They're cowards. They would not put any toot numbers up there.
Let's go tugboat.
But he will have a monster game versus Arizona. But I am, of course, a Shuckster at heart as well.
Yeah,
like Shuckster Barkley. Tyler Shough, longest rush, 5.5 yards.
Okay, so we're in the same boat here.
Mm-hmm.
Where are they making this number from? He's got great straight line speed.
Right.
He's gonna have one or two.
He's going to be under extreme pressure as well with this young Atlanta Falcons defense. He is not great when being blitzed. He's completed only 9 passes, I believe, total under pressure. So he's going to be taking off a lot. So 5.5 rushing. He's actually rushing yards ladder capabilities for sure.
Could be interesting, yeah.
But I think 5.5 is a smash spot for longest rush.
Love it. Tyler Shough, in a dome, hate week. They're going to bring some pressure off the edge. He's a young quarterback. Their inclination in big games or pressure spots is to run.
And this is his first and Kirk's first not Kirk's first one, but foray into this rivalry. This is a good fan rivalry, Atlanta and New Orleans, the Freaknik Bowl, if you will. Parliament, Funkadelic would call them Chocolate Cities. So it's natural that it's being spearheaded by Tyler and Kirk going after each other in this game.
Two classic names.
Yeah, two classic names.
Hey, shout out to Novig. If you haven't downloaded the Novig app, you're missing out. Amazing prices, amazing action over on Novig, America's #1 sports prediction marketplace. Love me some Novig. And it's not just sides, totals, props. It's it is. It's sides, totals, and props. I was gonna say it's not just sides, totals,
actually,
it's props.
That's it.
But actually, I did say yeah. But really, what more else do you want besides sides, totals, and props? The app is incredibly easy to use. I was just trying to buy some time while I fire up my Novig app and see some of the first. I mean, the touchdown pricing is usually super competitive here. And of course, use our promo code SGPN. Get in over there and where you spend $5, you get $50 when you download the Novig app. Use the promo code SGPN. Jaden Higgins, who I gave out on the podcast for Thursday Night Props at 20-1. I should have pulled the Novig number because Novig has him getting in the first touchdown at 26-1. So already a better price available here on Novig. Download the Novig app and use the promo code SGPN. And we're also brought to you by our own merch store. That's right. Use the promo code HOLIDAY. You're a lazy shopper like me. Just fire up the old SGPN store, get your buddies, your dad, your brother, your cousin, whoever it is. They will enjoy some SGPN gear. 25% off everything. Whatever holiday you're celebrating, good for birthdays as well. 25% off everything. Limited time offer. DGen University gear is pretty fire. Been rocking one of those hats. Promo code HOLIDAY, 25% off everything in the merch store. Kramer, give us another prop you like.
Prop I like, going a little off the reservation here, but I think I am convinced that Spags will create problems for Daniel Jones, which means Danny Dimes is going to get back to true Indiana Jones and using his legs. The number's only 14.5. He had 52 or 53 before the bye. And I think just in general, we've seen this Chiefs team give up some games where not necessarily tons of yards with whether it's Josh Allen or Jaden Daniels, but tons of volume. You go back to that Jags game against Trevor Lawrence. That's kind of what I'm picturing here in the Chiefs Colts version where he went 10 for 54. I don't know if I'm laddering it, but I might look to also play an alt number, but Daniel Jones to go over 14.5 rushing yards. Little low.
Little disrespect.
Shouldn't it be more like the Herbert, JJ McCarthy, like 21.5?
Yeah. Why is it not higher? And to your point, yeah, the Chiefs have allowed averaging about 24.2 per game. That's up there.
And if you throw out the games, I mean, and they even did really well against Jalen Hurts on 9 carries too, if you recall. But yeah, I mean Jackson Dart, no problem getting over this number. So I'm sure Daniel Jones can do it too.
Maybe can he stay in the game, Ryan?
What's
Dart.
that?
Or I mean Daniel Jones.
Hopefully. We haven't seen that neck injury pop up, but that
Chiefs also lead the league in rushing touchdowns allowed with 5, so he could be a fun anytime as well. Although the problem there is Jonathan Taylor just has like 3 a game. So, and that's really all. I did a audit of my best ball teams. I have one that's doing really well, and it's just because of Jonathan Taylor.
He was your number 1 ranked fantasy running back.
No, the only best
you
ball
really
stuff that's doing well.
Stand on that harder.
Yeah,
Sean.
I should stand on that business. CJ, give the people another prop you like.
Yeah, no one else had that.
No,
for sure. It's still an absurd take even now. Even watching how right you are, even how correct it is, it's still a ridiculous take because the Colts should not be doing what they have been doing. I want to stay in that cultural rivalry game down south. This is my theme this week. I'm doubling up in the games.
Hate week.
Going both sides. It is hate week down there. So if I'm going one Tyler, I'm going to go over to Kirk. Who he's going to be throwing the ball to? Drake London out of the game, out for a couple weeks, unfortunately.
You're not doing it again, are you? You're going back to Darnell Mooney?
Darnell Mooney finally got his quarterback back. Kirk Cousins loves him when he's back there. I mean, they have a connection. He averages over 8.5 targets. He's a measly 49.5 yards. And Raheem Morris said, we want to see more out of Darnell Mooney. I don't know if you're going to get more out of it, but he does want to see it. They're asking for it. Kirk Cousins.
I want to see a lot of stuff.
I do too. And I know people are talking about, at least I didn't go to Kyle Pitts. A lot of people are saying Kyle Pitts is going to have a big game because of that matchup. But Kirk Cousins loves Darnell Mooney.
That is true.
And it was over like 80 yards a game. So 49.5 seems pretty easy. He will be the number 1 wideout for a game. I know you guys are on at least Kramer's on the Saints there. I'm Shough there. I'm excited. I think this is the best game on the board. To be honest with you, the Saints Falcons game.
I love that attitude.
I love this game.
It will be chippy.
It's gonna be great.
Yeah, I picked the Saints, but I don't have a strong take on it because I was describing the Sophie's choice of Tyler Shough as a favorite or Kirk Cousins on the road. I feel like if I bet this game, I'm going to feel dumb either way.
A lot of brass instruments, big horns. I want like the Southern historically black college bands out there in halftime. I'm sure they will have out there a lot of drapery and colors. It's going to be fantastic. So everyone is going to want to show out in this game. So give me Darnell Mooney one more time. Sweetness 49.5.
I will. I'm going to have a big bet on the Saints.
Why not?
Yeah, you should. Absolutely.
Because this Falcons team.
They find ways. Falcons find ways to lose. As someone who backed them the past few weeks, they find ways to lose. Speaking of, let's see, what's the best way? Okay, here we go. Jordan Love, Ryan. He's a quarterback you've had a love-hate relationship. You love to hate him.
Pun intended.
Jordan Love under 237.5 passing yards. I just think you look at Jordan Love and this passing game and. In fact,
you're going under, huh?
Yes, I'm going under on Jordan Love, and this is actually one of Rhythm's plays. This is the Rhythm prop of the podcast. Of course, go to download Rhythm, a great app over there. Use the promo code SGPN25. Get you covered, 25% off. The Rhythm is going to bet you. This is one of the props Rhythm likes, and I certainly like it as well. Passes the eye test, even against the Giants secondary, which has given up a lot of passing yards over the season. Only threw for 174 against the Eagles, only 176. They really struggled to figure out the passing game post Tucker Kraft injury. He was a huge part of that offense, like 25% of the passing yards. They have not figured out his replacement. And on top of that, you look at Brian Flores, who has done a very good job against Jordan Love. 8 games against the Vikings. He's only averaging 144 yards per game. It's going to be out there in Green Bay. Kind of, I expect to be a cold, ugly game that Minnesota hangs around in. So I don't think this is a game where he's going to be thrown for a ton. Give me under 237.5 for Jordan Love.
I'll stay in that game.
Okay.
JJ McCarthy, aka 9, aka Sean's new BFF.
No, he's played 4. The JJ the JJ roller coaster's crazy.
That's a great clip right there.
They played 4 games.
Sputtering. Stop. Did they play in Germany?
No, thank God.
They did play two. I said
Sean is all over the place.
No. I said when we were breaking down the Vikings season,
All right.
I go, it's crazy to give him this high of a win total because it's a guy coming off a major injury who's a rookie. Everyone said I was crazy. Kay Adams said they're going to the Super Bowl. I disagreed with her.
You went after Kay Adams.
That's what started.
That's yeah. I mean, that's,
and then the Kay Adams simps and the Vikings fans were coming at me full bore. And then he was soft benched. It's been a wild ride. I understand he's been all over the place, you know, kind of inaccurately, but I tune into Steffi Small show, and especially when CJ's joined there, they talk dads, duds. Justin Jefferson's very frustrating, but if you look at his home road splits, he's kind of been there's 4 games, so 2 at home, 2 on the road. Right. His games on the road, he's looked much better. I do think he gets that whole 9 bullshit. He gets too hyped up and he starts sailing passes in the dome. I think outdoors on the road, it's weirdly less pressure for him. I think I don't think he's gonna have an awesome game, but I don't think it's gonna be as bad.
Doesn't he meditate before the game at the goalpost? That was the other thing, yes. Like outside.
Yeah, the Michigan guy. Yeah, I remember that. I forgot about that story. I just don't think he's gonna cost them the game. I think they're gonna hang around. So that makes me a JJ truther now. Well, but everyone, but even Vikings fans are like, this guy's a bust. Yeah, what are you talking about? You've had him for 4 games. He's a rookie.
JJ Anon.
Let JJ throw.
JJ.
They're just such idiots. They go, oh well, he's gonna be better than Sam Darnold. And 4 games in, oh shit, he looks like a rookie quarterback. He's not better than Sam Darnold. And now they want that. Now they're saying draft a quarterback next year.
Yeah,
it's insane.
What are the Kay Adams fans called? Are they like KKs or what are they? Like Tay Tay and KKs?
K heads.
All right.
I don't know.
That I would not want to upset that fan base because they talk about your white knights coming for you.
Oh my God, literally. All right, sorry to get
sidetracked. Is there anything worse than an internet simp for one of these ladies of football?
Terrible.
Well, there's that one one simp I was thinking about of her simps defending her. She's a journalist. She's a journalist. If you're a journalist, you don't. I don't know. Barbara Walters was walking around with her tits jiggling everywhere, giving out player props.
God, she was not.
She wasn't. She was actually doing journalism.
She did sleep with Ronald Rivera, though.
Yeah. Well, whatever you do to get your sources.
Well, that's called journalism.
Yeah, that is absolutely journalism.
You're literally getting to the bottom.
No, Kay Adams hosts a slumber party. You know, she just has a big coffee mug and a sweater, and she's like, "Oh, JJ," you know what? I'm working on a Louis C.K. Adams impression. It's a character.
There we go.
But whoops, sorry about that. It was a Survivor entry. The Kay Adams fans must have already heard about it.
They're buzzing in.
Yeah, they are buzzing in. I gotta put that on silent. Jeez Louise.
Kramer, sorry, we got sidetracked with our JJ McCarthy talk.
Oh, JJ, by the way.
I assume you're gonna take his interception prop? What are you doing here?
Well, I'm getting to the point that
that was his prop.
Yep, I was starting a thing.
I just have the Jordan Love under.
Right.
I was starting a thing about how JJ McCarthy has taken a decent amount of sacks this year. He's been sacked a total of
9.
Care to guess?
9.
Either you want to guess how many sacks he's taken this year?
I'd say 8.
9.
He has taken 15 sacks on the season, but 0 in the last game against the Bears. Now they're going against what has been a formidable defense for most of the season. And fun fact, Michigan man Rashaan Gary actually started his football playing career at the same high school I attended, Scotch Plains Fanwood in New Jersey. And he is somehow plus 150 to get a sack here. Micah Parsons is minus $1 million.
That's not
so we're going to take the other guy plus 150 for JJ to take a sack. I certainly expect Hafley to be able to confuse a little bit. That's kind of the MO of his defense with the safeties that they have. Thought about playing the interception price, Sean, if you want to know. Same kind of handicap. Xavier McKinney, the guy everyone knows, is plus 380. The free safety Evan Williams, that's the guy to take. He's 6-1.
Oh, it's
in fact, I'll throw that on my card too. Now that I said it out loud on the show, I have to play it. Evan Williams to get an interception, 6-1. Rashaan Gary to get a sack, plus 150.
Great bourbon there. CJ, what's the prop you like?
All right, and I want to go to another great game, and that's that Baltimore Jets situation. I know Lamar's back, which I love. I want the game script to get ugly. The Jets receivers are back in play now that they have a quarterback that can throw a forward pass. Aaron Glenn.
Yes.
Aaron Glenn, when asked, why did you bet? Why did you make the switch to Tyrod Taylor?
This is going to be good.
He just said, because I wanted to. was his legit answer to that.
Sounds like my dad.
That was the reason. Exactly.
Why do I have to listen to you? Because you have to.
Yeah, because you live under this house.
Yeah,
that's why. Under this roof, you will listen to that. So, couple options. We'll be going back and forth. Mason Taylor is back in play, especially with Tyrod Taylor in this Baltimore defense. They allow those checkdowns and underneath. Since week 4, he's had a 20% target share with about 35 yards a game, 1.2 yards per route, 22.5 first read shares in 6 of those games. Taylor has had 7 red zone targets to score, all when Tyrod Taylor will come in there. With Fields, it's been a completely different story. So I think Mason Taylor's back in being the number one. Garrett Wilson's still out. I'm going to go with reception because you can get a nice plus juicy money here. 4.5 receptions is plus 110 right now for Mason Taylor, who I think, I'll be coming back to. There's other receivers that do not have the trustworthiness that he has with Tyrod. So Taylor to Taylor, 4.5 receptions plus money.
That peanut butter skin.
Yeah, of course, the spice rack. When we haven't talked to Spice, the spice rack is back.
Where
I will say,
has she landed anywhere in the media?
Her Halloween costume got some buzz online. I'll tell you that much.
Not having of course, we never had the audio on, but the Joy Taylor, Paul Pierce, Michael Irvin, Keyshawn Johnson, like what's everyone wearing?
It was a great visual.
It was always on TV6 in silent. And it was fabulous. I would imagine if this was like the 30s and you didn't have sound on television yet, would have been an amazing program.
I feel like that's kind of what you're going to see at that Saints Falcons game. Those kind of colors and flashes.
Just nothing
everywhere.
but Paul Pierce's. Yes. Like the NPCs are Paul Pierce and Joy Taylor.
Yes, and your Michael Irvins and whatnot. But
very fabulous.
So let's get that peanut butter skin in there. A lot of reception. Spice Rack is back.
Spicy Rack.
Okay, let's see. I was just catching up on Joy's Instagram and
What's
social
going
media.
on?
Got a little distracted.
Is everything all right?
That Halloween video is nice. Right?
Yeah, there's some fun fun. Sports fans will love all our content. Here's a nice I love a good bounce back narrative. They're at home, Sunday Night Football. Devonte Adams had 8 targets, 1 catch for 1 yard against the Seahawks. They did a good job, and I'm pretty sure it was for a touchdown. It was just that 1 yard goal line play. He's kind of turned into the Mike Evans where they use him a lot on the goal line there to get in. I think this is the ultimate bounce back game for Devonte Adams. We've seen this Bucks defense is just not, something's off with this Bucks defense. They have issues in their secondary. They're banged up. I think the game script could facilitate this. Bucks are averaging 160 receiving yards to the receivers per game. Give me Devonte Adams over 60.5 receiving yards. I just think the fact that he had that many targets, that little production, that's due to bounce back. So yeah, give me Devonte to have a nice game Sunday night. Kramer?
I'm just checking a quick number or two. So part of what makes Hate Week special, and I was also doing a brief deliberation with myself if I wanted to save this for the VSiN show. I've decided I will not.
Okay.
Number's too good. It's going to come in. Part of what makes Hate Week special is that per Kellen Moore, he was asked about it this week. Obviously, he's new head coach with the Saints. And he said that there are a couple of things the organization indoctrinated him into. This was one of them, meaning he got some sort of like presentation on why this game is important to ownership. Hopefully they didn't tell him about all the other stuff like the Catholic Church and you definitely don't want to look into that. But when a game means more, he's spoken about this. He has to find a way to get the ball into Taysom Hill's hands in critical moments.
Oh,
his anytime touchdown is back to plus 320.
What?
Put it on the board. Smash! I know. That's what I said.
This is the Taysom Hill game.
Yes.
Great job identifying it, Ryan.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to take credit. So I was actually over there looking at something around Tyler Shough, and I listened to the whole Kellen Moore thing, and he mentions Taysom Hill like every time he talks.
They love Taysom
And so
Hill.
it's
Every
like,
coaches love Taysom Hill.
you know, mark it down. Which, by the way, if you're playing, I don't have one, but there was a lot of Tyler Algier talk this week. FYI.
For Taysom Hill to also dominate that culture rivalry would be great. Absolutely on brand.
Yeah, drop in the white kid from Utah.
Yeah, right.
Let's see how this goes. It's like that Retzlaff kid, same kind of journey, right?
100%.
From Provo to New Orleans.
Wild ride.
Yeah.
CJ, what's another prop you got?
All right, is this number 5 we're giving out here?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, I've given out 6, but I gave out that bonus Evan Williams
Jammed one in there.
interception.
I'm audibling. I am doing what you did, Kramer. I'm saving this one for the VSiN.
Yeah, that's fine.
Or if I don't want to double dip.
Yeah, you have to keep some in the pocket. You know?
Got to keep some in the private selection. So let's give out this one. Another game that's happening that I think is happening. My theory is Arizona Cardinal games at home in the afternoon window don't exist.
That's a great point.
They are simulations. Take last week. You had Jacoby Brissett breaking an NFL record for completions, 47 for 57, 60 yards, 2 touchdowns, and they got blown out. That didn't happen. None of that happened. They throw in those stats, they simulate, they give it to us like it's the end of the Tecmo Bowl, and we're supposed to assume it's the truth. No one ever watches those games. When they head over to the highlights, like here's a highlight, it seems like they're standing around like, oh, the camera's on us, and they start running around and doing something. So now you got the ultimate game going out there with Jacksonville going out to Arizona. There's no way this game's actually occurring. Jacksonville, our Jaguars, currently are keeping the Chiefs out of the playoffs for that 7th spot.
So hilarious.
God loves Jags.
And the Ravens.
So this is where the NFL takes over. They will not allow that. Well, they are going to simulate this game. Arizona will probably get the W. Chiefs will get whatever they have to get done. But in the meanwhile, let's take advantage of this incredible Jacoby Brissett run. And Michael Wilson, who subbed in for Marvin Harrison Jr. last week, he only caught 15 of 18 targets for 185 yards.
Why was he not doing more?
I mean, was that a real thing? He is great at contested catches. That is his specialty. But yeah, you're right. Like, what the heck is going on in there? Why were we not using Michael Wilson before? Harrison's still out with a classic case of an appendectomy. Again, not real things happening out there in Arizona. So now it goes up against Jacksonville, who's allowed the 4th most passing scores as a receiver, 7th most receptions of 20 yards or more. Before they crushed the Chargers last week, they allowed 13 receiving touchdowns and 3 players to eclipse 125 yards in a game over the last 4 contests. And the Jaguars' offense is starting to click. So I think game script, I think this is going to be another shootout out there. I love how Cohen's offense looks. So his Michael Wilson's number is 57.5. Strike while the iron's hot. He's obviously locked in on him. There's no other ones besides Trey McBride. It's just him and Dortch out there. So
yeah.
I mean, there's just no one else to do it. And if he's going to throw the ball 60 times, I mean, he could fall down and get over 57.5 yards. So,
yeah, very low ceiling on Dortch. I like the Michael Wilson angle. CJ, shout out to the chat. Jermaine checking in. Hopefully I get to meet some of you MFs. Yes, good time to meet up is Kramer and I do the VSiN show every Friday night at the Circa, and yeah, we get CJ on there. Yeah. CJ's out there in Vegas. Circa's a great meetup spot in general.
Check them at Saginaw's from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. going through the rehearsal. You can always catch them there.
Yes, plug our Saginaw appearances. It is fun. Post up at Saginaw's, get some breakfast, figure out all our extra plays for the VSiN show. Friday nights, 10 o'clock East, YouTube TV, Sirius XM, or wherever you get your.
I will be out there December 4th weekend, which is in a couple of weeks. Our good buddy Adam Rosenberg's having a birthday and sent me none less than 25 texts about it.
Oh, you got a nice embroidered invitation. You know.
It was insane. I had to use some of my points because some of the flights, but you know what? It's going to be a great time to be out there.
I saw the chat was talking about the Sweet 16 earlier.
Oh yes, the Rosenberg birthday party, which is. What are like those reality shows? My Sweet 16.
My Sweet 16.
We gotta get TLC to do a show on it.
Yeah, I've been. Have you been getting badgered to stay the entire weekend?
That's been thrown out. Yes,
Yeah.
I've. We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
I mean,
I'll be there Friday. Friday dinner, craps, Beeson show.
that's what I'm committed to.
I feel like I can. I've gotten Circa down. This I can get the full weekend Circa experience in 6 hours. I feel like
I had a flight back later Saturday afternoon, and after a few more texts, I moved it up to early Saturday morning. I was I'm thinking I might not even have get a room, just stay up, get in, and get out.
Yeah, I mean, I wish I could stay, but I have youth sports on Saturday and Sunday.
That is such a shame.
Yeah, Kramer's a lover of all things.
I'll be down in Oceanside. Roughing it by the ocean.
Oceanside's beautiful country. It gets a little rough there at night though, by the way.
Now I will say I am excited to play to shoot dice with Scott Reichel.
Oh yeah, Scott's good mojo gambling wise. All right, my last prop, and then we'll review all our props, get to our ladders, our DGen plays as well. In that Bengals game, give me Chase Brown under 56.5 rushing yards. First off,
whoa.
What?
No, I'm just, I'm just bringing a little bit of drama.
I like your reaction. It's kind of a system play. It is a simple handicap, but the Pats have been great in allowing the fewest rush yards to running backs so far this season. And I think Joe Burrow is going to play. Joe Burrow didn't rush his rehab to come back and hand off to Chase Brown. If he doesn't play, I still don't think you're going to get the attempts you need. The way you attack the Pats is throwing the ball to the running backs, not handing it off. They're very good at slowing that down. So the tight ends, even if the receivers, if Joe Flacco can get it to him, if Joe Burrow can get it to him, that's the way you attack the Pats. You don't try and pound the rock. Chase Brown, who hasn't been, he's been fine, I guess. I'm trying to remember where people drafted him. He wasn't super high on my list.
What was that number?
56.5.
You throw out his games against the Steelers. He's only gone over this number against the Jets.
Yeah. I mean, look at it. 43, 47, 3, 40, 27, 42, 108 against Pittsburgh, 73, 37, and then 99 against the Steelers. So yeah, they had something against the Steelers.
His games have been against the Steelers. Pretty much everyone else. It's been hot garbage.
All right. So my props are Chase Brown under 56.5 rushing yards, Jameson Williams over 58.5 receiving yards, Jordan Love under 237.5 passing yards, Hunter Henry over 40.5 receiving yards, and Devonte Adams over 60.5 receiving yards. CJ, give us a little recap if you don't mind.
Yeah, I love the recap for the big cat, the recap, if you will.
The recap. Yes. I like that.
Let me take a look. What the heck do I have? We have Yoshi over 38.5 receiving yards. That's Andrei Iosivas for Cincinnati. Tyler Shough, longest rush over 5.5 yards.
Great play.
Thank you very much. Darnell Mooney over 49.5 yards receiving. Mason Taylor over 4.5 receptions plus 110 there. And of course, Michael Wilson over 57.5 receiving yards. 57.5 receiving yards. Michael Wilson for Arizona.
Kramer, give us a quick recap.
Devonta Smith over 58.5 receiving yards. Jamir Gibbs over 18.5 longest rush. Daniel Jones over 14.5 rushing yards. Rashaan Gary to get a sack plus 150. Evan Williams to get an interception 6-1. Taysom Hill anytime touchdown plus 320. And I am tailing kind of the Tyler Shough angle, although I am on the over 7.5 rushing yards, not the longest rush. And I am tailing Sean with his Hunter Henry. I got 39.5. What did you? Was that a better number than you? I'm not trying to show you up.
I'll call mine 39.5 as well.
Well, I was just looking at the old.
I'll grant 39.5.
Yeah, approved.
It was approved. You can have
approved.
It's like so that's like a lot. That's 8 total. I even gave out some private stock here. You're welcome.
Let's put together an Underdog entry. Of course, play along with us or build your own over on UnderdogFantasy.com. Promo code SGPN. Get you that sweet bonus. Always appreciate you guys using our promo code. Help keeping the old free content ship alive.
I noticed a 50% boost just showed up in my.
Oh yeah, they are very good at tossing you some boosts.
Rascals.
Keeping you active on the platform. CJ, what do you like for our first leg?
Now we hit our Addison target last week, right?
Oh,
We did.
God.
Yeah.
How
Easily.
great was that? Interception, target. Horrible pass, target. It was the most incredible journey to get there.
It was fun.
It was fantastic. So I mean, I'm having fun with the target.
We're gonna play targets again.
Yeah, why not? We did this 3 weeks in a row, and then he hit. Remember, we had the Chase target one when he had like 22.
Yep.
Yep.
I want to go to that well again and give out the Yoshi targets.
Okay.
I mean,
Yep.
even when Higgins was in there,
No, that's a great play.
he saw 11 targets in the last 2 games. Even when Chase was active.
I just love they're offering Andrei Iosivas targets.
Yes.
Yeah.
What is his target number? If it's anything single digits, it's a smash.
Oh, they're not offering targets.
Nah.
Cowards. 3.5 receptions though is the number.
3.5 receptions. I'll take that.
Okay.
Come on.
And that's a little spicy.
A little spicy.
Love it.
CJ or Kramer, what do you got?
Would anyone be opposed? Do we have they given us any sort of Shador like negative Shador plays? Oh my goodness, we could play Shador to Shador fumble.
Yeah.
Fumble, I can see that. I mean, he's obviously going to take some sacks. Maxx Crosby is a specialist at getting that ball. He strip sacked Dak last week on Monday night.
I don't know if we've ever in the history of the show hit a fumble loss, if we're being honest.
So this is
it drove me insane when Carson Wentz fumbled 3 times and they recovered every single time.
Crazy. Absolutely.
So that's my only. You do what you follow your heart, Ryan. I'm not against it.
It sounds like you're against it.
I'm just highlighting it's been a weakness as a show here that we've never cashed one of these, but maybe we're due.
Let's play the Daniel Jones rushing yards.
Okay, I like that. Positive.
Attempts or yards.
That's better karma for us.
Attempts is a little spicy at 4.5.
I like the yards, 14.5. He'll get 1. All right, so we got Iosivas higher, 3.5 receptions. Danny Dimes higher, 14.5 rush yards. Last one for me. Jameson Williams is really strong. CJ, what do you like better? Jameson Williams over receiving yards, Jordan Love under 237.5 passing yards. Those are my strongest angles.
Yeah. Well, again,
hates both of them.
No, not at all. Let's keep the karma positive here. I think Jameson is a monster game. To be honest with you.
Okay.
I think you can go anything you want. Like you said, longest reception, which I gave out a couple weeks ago. That hit. But I think it's a great matchup here this week.
And it's 60.5 on Underdog. Still like it. So
60.5. I mean, he's getting 100 yards.
Yeah. Higher Jameson Williams, 60.5 rushing yard or receiving yards. Daniel Jones higher, 14.5 rushing yards. Andrei Iosivas higher, 3.5 receptions. $100 entry returns you $639 over an Underdog fantasy promo code SGPN.
Putting that in right now.
Yeah, fire away.
I'm still in the Geo jail, so no link chat. Sorry,
Kramer. I'll start off with
please.
I'll start off with my ladder. You kind of already tipped the hand there with the thumbnail and with your early play, but Devonta Smith has an awesome game against this Cowboys team. We already have the scenario is so similar to that Vikings game where there was a lot of noise, a lot of chatter about the passing offense. Then Hurts and the team goes on the road in a dome against a team that is not good at slowing down the pass. And he goes off with some big plays to Devonta Smith. Devonta Smith, again, having a career year. I bottom rung of my ladder, 90 yards at plus 288, 100 yards is plus 420. If you just want to play Devonta 100 yards, I think at 420 is a great price. 110 is 578, 130 is 1160, 150 is 2240. If there's any team that can let up a ton of passing yards, it's this Cowboys team on a massive letdown spot. Short week after Vegas, after a big emotional win against the Eagles team, the Eagles offense that really needs a get right spot. And again, the stat line for the Vikings, 9 for 183 and a touchdown. So I think he could have a huge game here. Give me the Devonta Smith receiving yards ladder. CJ, what do you got?
This was cooked up during the rehearsal show, you were going, you were braving the elements, the nor'easter out there to get us coffee.
Yeah.
It was incredible,
Very brave.
incredible gesture on your part.
Thank you.
While that was happening, I was getting privy to what you already knew all week is of Ryan Shedeur hatred.
Oh yes.
And his
What do you
absolute,
mean hatred?
an absolute. I mean,
Just an objective ball.
Hates the
note.
culture. hates our Prince. CJ
hates the culture. Doesn't like to see the comeuppance. Doesn't like to see someone have nice things for once. You know, in their generation. I know they call it spoiled kid, but here's the thing: Shedeur Sanders, his numbers, the prop numbers are pretty insulting of 150 yards.
Yes.
I saw 160 yards. I don't see how it's going to be very much different than when Dylan Gabriel is out there. But the point is, yes, he will take sacks. We know. Who cares?
Yep.
He looked willing to throw the ball downfield. I think he's gonna throw it deep as well. Does have a week with the ones, although Billy Zappi did not. But like I said, I don't care if it's with the ones or twos. They're all Browns to me. They're still Browns. You know, I mean, what's going to do the difference? I know that Jerry Jeudy was a lot of action. I don't trust Judy's hands. I think he does have a little connection with Cedric Tillman, though. Tillman had 3 for 52 yards last week, 3 for 4 targets. He had a connection with him, and Tillman is a deep threat guy. And that was against Baltimore. These Raiders are awful. They are inept. They can't do anything right. They're falling on each other. The Cowboys receivers were out till 7 a.m. at Red Rocks Casino doing unconfirmed things and events out there. Getting
pretty funny.
At least gambling. If not, there was reports of CeeDee Lamb getting sick. CeeDee Lamb says, I can hold my liquor. That was not, that's an erroneous report. And then that was the morning of the game. They went out and then still cooked this Raiders secondary. The Cedric Tillman ladder, let's just start at 50 yards. That's plus 307. Just at 50 yards, which he had last week.
This is a sharp play.
60 yards, thank you very much, plus 503. 70 yards, plus 820. We're only going to go to 100 yards here. 80s plus 1360. 90 yards for Cedric Tillman, 22-1. 100-yard game, 34-1. Which could be Shedeur's number 1 receiver.
Well, and you look at what has Cedric Tillman done in these similar spots. Well, if you would you believe that Jameis Winston, when he made his first start, a backup Browns quarterback coming into this offense against the Ravens, he had 7 for 99 in that.
Cedric Tillman had a 4-week, a Jalen Coker-esque heater he went on last year, where there was talks of him being the new number 1. Of course, that's not the thing, but they traded Joe Flacco, so we'll never know the possibilities. But now we will. And what Shedeur will do, he will throw the ball deep. He'll put it downfield, even if it is. Do
you remember Travis Fulgham, CJ, and that incredible run he went on?
Well, I mean, we'll be telling our grandkids about Travis Fulgham.
Yeah.
Like that's that meme of Vince McMahon doing how was it that 6 weeks? It was like 6 weeks.
Yeah.
So, but yeah,
I'm looking at his stats. So he in that 49ers game back. This is 2020. Carson Wentz, 2 of 57 and a touchdown that helped them win that game. Then the next week at the Steelers, 10 of 152 and a touchdown.
The Washington game I remember was just insane, right?
Let's see. Maybe you're
10 for 152.
Yeah, that's the game you're thinking of. That was his crazy game. Because then he went Ravens 6 for 75 and a touchdown, Giants 5 for 73 and no touchdown, and then 6 for 79 and a touchdown against Dallas, and then the rest of his career he never had more than 30 yards or a touchdown. It just ended, and he was out of the league.
Yeah.
How are you that high? It's just crazy to have that awesome of a window for that short of a.
They had a bunch of those kind of guys, and I'm still a bit of a Carson Wentz truther. I'm just saying he wasn't given the best weapons.
Yeah. Whoa. I've not heard this.
Yeah, I mean, I blame the injury, of course, but he did a lot of things with receivers like that.
Oh yeah.
Did you also have a Carson Wentz fathead on your wall in your room?
No, I wasn't an enthusiast, but I was I would get in arguments about for sure.
Oh, I defended Carson Wentz for a long time until I hopped on the Hurts wagon, which was one of the greatest decisions of my life. Kramer, what do you got over on your ladder section?
I think I've played the clip for CJ before of Sean reacting in real time.
Oh, I was very much opposed to them drafting Jalen Hurts. I ranted and raved how it was a dumb use of draft capital, and I thought it was a horrible draft pick at the time. Thankfully, I was completely wrong. Kramer?
I think there are some ladder opportunities in the Saints Falcons game. Again, back to the pageantry and such that CJ had described with Hate Week. And this is a guy that we heard coaches rumblings, made my notebook a couple times in a row with DeVaughn Vele. And people like to clown about how much they paid for him, yada yada yada. Well, they cleared the way with Rashid Shaheed gone, and he still really hasn't done much. Well, they went into their bye week. New coach, offensive minded coach, likes to maybe change things up a little bit. I already told you about how I like Taysom getting in the end zone. Well, DeVaughn Vele's number is low, CJ. 22.5, something like that.
Traded for him for a reason.
And Brandon Cooks just left the team, right? We're mutual
Parting of the ways.
Parting of the ways. I like how he didn't have anything lined up either. No, I just want to get out of here.
I can't wait to read the book about him and why he got sent away from so many teams. At some point, it's you.
Yeah, he's been traded a lot.
And to your point, I think you hear the enthusiasm from Olave. But yeah, back to Vele. His number is very low, so we can ladder this up pretty responsibly. We'll start at 30. That's plus 140. 40 is plus 240. 50 is 4-1 for 50 yards. 60 yards plus 630.
Wow.
70 is 880, and 80 yards is plus 1260. This is a little bit of a shot in the dark ladder.
It's a sexy
now,
one,
I also would say if you're looking to build scaffolding, yes, you want to have maybe a moat built around your house. We can also attach a Darnell Mooney ladder. Now, his numbers are so juiced up already,
right?
But Darnell Mooney to get 100 yards is 7-1. Anyway, so DeVaughn Vele, this is our week. This is our week.
This is our week, DeVaughn Vele. Of course, now it's time for
I'm a degenerate.
Our DGen play of the day. I'll start. This is I've given out some insane ones. This one's less insane, but I really am optimistic about this guy. 50-1. Tyquan Thornton to get 2 touchdowns. Simple, easy. Set it, forget it. Tyquan Thornton to get in the end zone twice. 50-1.
Okay.
Only the Bengals have allowed more receiving yards per game to the receiver than the Colts, which, as Kramer pointed out behind the scenes, well, that a lot of that was pre-Sauce Gardner. True, but I think if I'm Sauce or the Colts, I'm going to be trying to focus on guys like Rashee Rice, maybe even Travis Kelce, Xavier Worthy. Thornton does have a good connection with Patrick Mahomes, and something is weird is going on with Xavier Worthy. Kramer, you brought my attention to this as far as.
Oh, did you double click a little bit?
No, it just seems like there's some sort of weird dynamic going on with Xavier Worthy.
I have more news.
Not even the off-field stuff. I looked at some of the film guys, and it's a combination of Mahomes missing him, Worthy not playing the deep ball right. He just has a much better connection with Tyquan Thornton than he does with Xavier Worthy,
So,
especially with the deep ball. And he was only targeted twice, but one of those was a 61-yard catch. I think they're going to look to up his role here against the Colts secondary that can be exposed to this kind of thing.
So, a couple things. One, there was also some news that came out, like Xavier Worthy has been comically slow on the GPS.
Oh, okay.
Now, whether he's banged up or he's thinking too much and doing the wrong thing, he's certainly not playing fast. Now, back to the Chiefs. There have been some information leaks that would make you think that maybe the Chiefs are like growing tired of something. And so all of that combined, I mean, I think that's why we've seen Tyquan Thornton have more big fantasy games this year, which is crazy to say because Worthy's had 0. I don't think he's gotten over 16 fantasy points.
Yeah, I thought he would have
time. I don't think he's been a wide receiver 1 a single time.
Yeah. That's a great call.
When I was drunk at Circa and I meant to bet on Xavier Worthy, Offensive Player of the Year, and accidentally bet on Rashee Rice, Offensive Player of the Year. Both are obviously really bad, but I thought it would be I thought with Rashee Rice out, Xavier Worthy would be the guy that would kind of step in and maybe get that number 1 role while he's out and roll with that and build some chemistry. It just hasn't happened.
In Worthy's defense, he was plowed over by a meathead tight end on the first play.
That
of
is
the
true.
game
That really
of the
offset
season and knocked him out for.
I remember
6
where we
weeks.
were.
Also very soft.
I think it was in like the elevator of the D.
Yes.
And CJ goes, I'm getting down on this Xavier Worthy, 100 receiving yards.
100 receiving yards.
Yeah, plus
Yeah.
425. And I'm like, all of a sudden I get the itch. I'm like, God, the elevator's
Right.
got to get open. I got to rush to the book and get this in. And then we walk over to watch the game. And I think I got there
Right.
before you or something.
Yeah.
You got there like 5 minutes later and I go, yeah, I got you see about Worthy. You go, no. I go, oh, Kelsey knocked him out. He's done. And then I was going through my head. Well, maybe they popped the shoulder
Right,
back
yeah.
in.
Right.
It'll be
Yeah. Then the
fine.
show, like, oh no, he knocked him out.
No,
he's out
done.
for 6 weeks. Kelsey apologized on his podcast, so that made everything a lot better for sure.
Yeah, I mean, there was that whole, the only Chiefs player that had been mentioned by Taylor Swift. Kelsey goes and takes him out. I'm sure it was unrelated.
All right. So who's next up? D-Gen play.
I'll swing one out there. And Kramer
Okay.
usually has a diabolical one there, so we'll just keep the touchdowns.
I'm not that diabolical today,
it's
but go ahead.
It's up to you. All right. The reason why I was pushing back a little bit on your Giuseppe news here is because I'm on Noah Fant.
Oh, I see. Gotcha.
Oh.
Who has scored twice in the last 4 games there, and in the last 3 of the last 4 weeks, he's been a top 12 tight end in the league. Of course, we already mentioned Jamar Chase being out for doing the mortal sin of exchanging saliva on another football player.
Yeah.
Swap and spit.
Targets will be needed to be done. 2 touchdowns for Noah Fant is 25-1. We're gonna parlay that with you're like this, Kramer, and I wanted to get some other numbers on him, but I could not find. But Devin Singletary, you can run the ball in Detroit, despite what you saw last Sunday night. The last 5 Ds have been running all over Detroit.
Yeah.
They're not going to allow Jackson Dart lead with that head of his anymore. I imagine they have
Fullback Jackson Dart.
They're going to have to definitely put some restraints on him. I know it's not the way he likes to play, but at least his first game back. For
Ryan's personally insulted.
For the optics, can we not have you scrambling into the end zone? Devin Singletary, 2 touchdowns is 13-1. Along with Noah Fant, that right there is 364-1.
Oh.
And if you want to spice it up, which I always do, the leg that probably won't hit, but it's only plus 650. I already mentioned with a tugboat tooting. He just passes the eyeball test there for Jacksonville. He looked absolutely ferocious last week. And ATN's they're both banged up a little bit. It'll at least be a 50-50 split if he does not take over. His 2 touchdowns plus 650. Yeah, that with Devin Singletary, that's 2,730-1.
Oh my God!
Kramer, can you top that?
I did just build something. So just in case, I wanted to make sure I had like a ridiculous something to make sure I could party with you guys. Here we go. A 2 by 3.
Right.
Taysom Hill 2 touchdowns. Daniel Jones 2 touchdowns. Hunter Henry 2 touchdowns. Plus,
I call that a 2 by 6. But
1, 5, 3, 3, 3, 0, 0.
So you're dialing international.
15,333-1.
So Hunter Henry 2 touchdowns.
Daniel Jones 2 touchdowns. Taysom Hill 2 touchdowns.
Wow.
And no Jackson Dart in there. That's impressive.
That's what you bring to the party.
No, I think there is probably some CTE probation being put on his play calling
just for a week
for the league. Now, my actual D-Gen play.
Oh, this is just a fake out.
Well, no, I'm playing that too.
Okay.
He was bringing the antipasta to the party.
Yeah,
Puts it down the table, and then he enjoys what he
I
says.
gave out the big one first.
I love it.
Buried because this is just pure.
You gotta
This is
make
a
an
hatred play.
You got to make an entrance.
Maxx Crosby anytime touchdown 80-1.
How many career touchdowns does
So
he
I don't
have?
give a shit.
I like how he just went from it's not hatred. I'm just a ball knower too. This is a pure hatred play. 5 minutes later, the truth came out.
Yeah, both things can be true. CJ,
That is comically low.
what
Don't
do you
you
mean?
think for a defensive, a specific?
Against Shador? No, I think it's pretty good. It's a pretty good price.
Wow,
I guess they are factoring
It's
that.
pretty
in.
good price.
he's a culture's prince.
I don't get it. I don't get everyone rooting for the rich kid, spoiled little rich kid.
Wow.
I mean, is he in the NFL if his dad isn't Deion Sanders?
My God.
Are these
I mean,
hot takes?
Either I mean, there are standard takes that I see on the internet, usually with people with Ray-Bans
Oh,
and
wow.
and goatees. But I mean, it's certainly a take.
It is 105 games for Maxx Crosby, 0 touchdowns,
Oh, what a perfect
1
first
interception. You could argue
Adi, get the clip ready.
He's totally due.
Adi, get that clip
What's
ready.
what's his sack stat? I imagine it's kind of like Winston's interception stat from last week.
I've not been able to find one yet.
Yeah.
Shout out to David over on watching our show live on X at Gambling Podcast. A lot of ways to watch the show live. Sanders 3+ rushing touchdowns. Lock it up. Shador season.
I'm pretty sure
That's a fun count.
Sean and I could beat Shador in a foot race.
Well, I could. Yeah.
It is funny. He's
Lightning
not that
fast.
athletic. I think people just assume he is, but he's not.
They assume a lot of things.
Is he?
Remember, someone clocked him manually because he didn't run a 40 time. So they have a highlight of him running in the end zone that they tried to.
Yeah, it was like a 5.2 40 or something comically slow.
Amazing. He and Geno are the same person, right? He's Geno Smith in about 15 years, whatever. They're the same kind of quarterback.
I would say this: Shador to get 2 touchdowns is 80-1. I would take that over Maxx Crosby getting 1 touchdown.
Okay.
Mostly because Shador plays offense, and I think there's a chance he could get some scrambles or QB sneaks against this Raiders defense.
2 things. 1, Adi, this is another good section to include in the clip. 2,
It's gonna be a long clip.
Maxx Crosby did allegedly run some routes as a tight end in training camp.
Okay. What about? Didn't we hear? Was that you, CJ, who had the tip that Brock Bowers was going to be running some of the QB
I
sneak
had
stuff?
the tip in Vegas. We got in Vegas. My Vegas insider, a man who films their practices. Yes. I don't think they've had a situation where they had a 4th and 1 so far.
Well, and also too, you don't really.
I know. You put your Mark Andrews out there to fake and pivot around.
Well, yeah, but even Mark Andrews isn't fun because their touchdown price is already pretty high because they're good. Like, you need the fun anytime quarterback sneak guys like Feleipe Franks for the Falcons when they were having him come in and
One
do.
day. Well,
Which
hold on.
Kirk Cousins. Ryan, look that up.
How did I not even think about that this week?
Well, now
Feleipe
Kirk
Franks.
this
Cousins.
is the time that you're going to do it.
They were starting to use Penix for the QB
My
sneaks
God.
and move Feleipe Franks off it. What is
My
Feleipe
God.
Franks anytime touchdown?
How did I miss this? This is disastrous.
Because I think we might need to play that.
My God.
Felipe Franks is. I mean, that's last year's fun right there. I remember that.
Let's see. 27-1 on the
Okay.
anytime.
Bring it out for hate week. And there's a decent chance Kirk Cousins gets knocked out of the game.
Whoa, come on.
Okay, hold on.
No,
hold
CJ
on,
does
hold
like
on,
the
hold on. Well, I'm thinking out loud here, but Feleipe Franks and Taysom Hill are in the same game.
Okay.
I think we
yes.
put those anytimes together.
All right, I'm going to add that to my DGen. What does that
Let
come
me
out
price
to?
that out. So you have 27-1 for Feleipe Franks. And as I gave out earlier, Taysom Hill at plus 320. My God, Sean.
What is this?
Plus 11935. Almost 120-1.
Dial in international.
All right, so that's I'm also let's we need
Consider
to
that a group play.
let's phone the man near the I don't know where to go from here, near the landfills
There you
to
go.
get these in. Yeah.
All right. Good times as always. Make sure you check out the VSiN show tomorrow night, 10 o'clock East, VSiN.com, YouTube TV, Sirius XM channel 158, or wherever you get your VSiN, the VSiN Watch app as well. Make sure you subscribe to the Bottom Line Bombs. CJ Sullivan, promo code HOLIDAY, 25% off everything.
Yes, and Bottom Line Bombs. And if you are subscribed to it, we are going live with the Three Generates show in about 10 minutes.
Stay tuned.
So stay tuned to that with Hannibal Burris and Kevin Bozeman. We are the Three Generates going live for the first time. So keep it clean in the chats with your Saudi jokes.
And we will be going not live with Patreon episode.
Yes.
So
Yeah, stay tuned. And of course, as always,
Thank you for participating in the Sports Gambling Podcast.
for Sports Gambling Podcast, I'm Sean, second the Money Greenies, Ryan.
Feleipe Franks and Taysom Hill score touchdowns this weekend.
Kramer, let it ride.
I'm wet.